Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel 3Dust. This video is tutorial part 2 of our steam inhaler vaporizer 3D modeling inside Autodesk Fusion 360. And in this video we are going to model top cover part in Fusion 360. We are going to use some reference measurements from jar components. So if you had not watched the part 1 tutorial of this playlist, I will strongly recommend you to go and check it out. You will find the link to the part 1 tutorial in the video description below. So without wasting much time, let's dive into Fusion 360 and start modeling our top cover component. So now we are into Fusion 360, and before getting started, I'm going to make a small change over here. So here you can see inside this data panel, inside our YouTube project folder, we had created this folder, and inside this is our file, this jar file. So I'm going to rename this file before moving forward. So I will just give it a name, steam inhaler vaporizer. So the reason I'm doing this because inside this particular assembly component we had lots of different components, so that's why I'm changing the file name for this particular component, and then I will just open this whole component. Here you can see, so in our last class we had modeled this jar component. Here you can see, and this is the jar that we had prepared in our last part. So we'll move forward, we will turn off the horizon, and here you can see this is our jar component that we had prepared in our last tutorial. So we'll move on to creating a new component now. So we'll click on the new component, we'll rename this component, we'll want this as a top cover, and we'll press OK to create the component. And here you can see it has been created in the tree, and we had two different components, but now the top cover is active, top cover component is active, and this one is just grayed out because the transparency of non-active component is reduced by default. So I will just go on to create a sketch over here, and will select the plane on which I want to create a sketch. So here you can see, and now I will start creating the sketch. So I'm creating this sketch for the top cover, and I'm just making this sketching part little fast forward because I don't want to spend lots of time in the sketching part, because if you want to learn more about the sketching, I want you to just comment below in the video. I will make separate exercise for the sketching parts as well, because the sketching is the most important thing. Once you master the sketching part of Fusion 360, you will be able to model any kind of 3D model or any kind of designs. So sketching is, I believe, is the most important thing. So I'm just fast forwarding it a little bit. So here you can see I had just finished the sketch, and we'll click on the finish sketch, and this is the profile we'll got. We'll activate the revolve tool, we'll select these profiles, and we'll make sure that we have selected all the profiles, and we'll activate the axis. We'll select this axis as a revolve, and we'll press OK. So here you can see this is the profile we got. So here we are just revolving the sketch as two different profiles. So now I will activate the other profile, we'll select the profile, we'll select the axis, and we'll press OK. So here you can see we had just revolved two different profiles, but we'll make sure that this is as a new body, so both will be as a separate body. Now we'll activate the cell tool. I will cell this particular part by this much of thickness. Here you can see this is the results we are getting, and we'll repeat the same cell tool. Before that, I just want to revolve this particular part, and I will just make sure that this one here has a join, and we'll press OK. So here you can see this is the shape we got after revolving all the three profiles. And I will apply the cell tool on the top body as well. I will activate the cell tool, we'll select the top body face, and we'll apply the thickness, and we'll press OK. Here you can see, so this is the result we get so far. So and this is after applying few tools like revolve and few cell tools. So this is the result we are getting for the top cover. Now we'll activate this offset plane tool. We'll select this plane to offset, and we'll give -3 millimeters. So here you can see this is now my new offsetted plane, and I will go to create panel. We'll activate this. Here you can see this coil tool, and we'll select this plane as a sketch plane, and we'll create the measure diameter of our coil. Here you can see, and now I have to specify the section size for this coil, and then I have to specify the height. So I just made it -5 millimeter, and we'll make sure that the operation is joined, and we'll press OK. So here you can see I had just created a thread on our top cover. Now again I will activate my top cover component, and will select this plane as a sketch plane. Here you can see I had activated the sketch plane, and now I will start creating circles. So I will activate my circle tool from here, and here again I have to create lots of circles over here that are all 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter apart. So I'm just going to fast forward this sketch little bit, so you can just follow the same pattern, and you will able to create the circle. So I had just created this dividing line. Here you can see and I'm going to offset this dividing line on both sides by 0.5 millimeters. So, and then I will keep creating lots of circles because there is no way to do this all these circles automatically, so I had to do it manually. So here you can see I had created all the circles. Now I will select these two lines and I move to the create panel over here and will activate the circular pattern tool and will select this these two lines along this center by 6 number of times. Here you can see, or maybe 8 number of times, and will press OK. So here you can see this is my result. This is what we got, and I can change this offset distance if I want. I can increase this or decrease it. So I just increase it by 1 millimeter on both the sides. Here you can see, and we click on the finish sketch. So this is the profile we got. I will activate the extrude tool and will select all these alternate profiles. Here you can see these are all small profiles. I have to make sure that I'm not missing anything, so I have to select every profiles very carefully. So here you can see I had just selected all the profiles, then I had provided the extruded distance and I had made extrude cut like this. So this is the result we got. Now I will activate this offset plane tool and will select this face to offset and will provide the offset distance. Here you can see. Now I will expand the plane and will turn on the plane and will select the plane and will click on the create a sketch tool from here. Here you can see my sketch tools are active. I will activate the circle tool and will create a circle over here like this. Here you can see it must be in line with the origin. Now I'm going to going to define this circle. So this one is just 3 millimeter. Here you can see I had just defined the circle using dimension tool and will select both the origin and will make sure that both are on in same vertical position. Now I will create one more circle and will make sure that is touching the other circle center and will make sure that that is a construction line. Here you can see. Now I will define this circle diameter. So this one I just want to keep maybe 80 millimeters will be good choice because I just want to locate the hole at a good position. So I will just click on the finish sketch. We'll go on to activating the extrude tool and we'll make a cut like this. Here you can see I will make sure instead of making a cut I will make sure that making a new body here. Here you can see, and I will make sure that it is completely passing through the body. So I just have to make sure that, and then we'll provide the taper angle. So I will just write a little add angle over here. I think 3 degree will work. So it's looking good for now. So I will going to adjust it a little bit. I will make sure that it is passing through the whole profile. So I'm adjusting the location a little bit more. So here you can see, and now I will I will change the angle to 5 degree. I think 5 is more better, and we'll move on to our operation and we'll make sure the operation is joined and it's looking good, and we'll press OK. So here you can see this is the result we got. Now I will going to go back to our sketch and we'll create one more other circle at the same center. Here you can see of diameter 1 millimeter. It is just 1 millimeter in diameter. I will just increase it little bit to 1.8 and will press OK. Here you can see. And now I will select these two faces and will press delete on my keyboard to delete this extra profile, and then will turn on my sketch back again. We'll activate the extrude tool. We'll select this profile and we'll extrude it towards -5 millimeter. I think I had to increase it a little bit more, so I will just write -8 millimeter, and I will change the taper angle over here to -3, -5. I think -5 is a little higher, so I will just change back it to -3. So -3 is looking good, and I will just press OK to accept the results. So here you can see this is kind of profile we had just created on this particular part, this top cover. Here you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I will just edit this offset plane a little bit. Instead of -5 I just want to move it a little bit downward, so the length of this particular piece will be decreased by a small amount. Here you can see so this is how we can do adjustments in our model in using using this. Here you can see on all the tools that we are getting recorded here. So I will just select all these features and will activate the mirror tool, and now I'm going to select the mirror plane. So we'll activate this option here, then we'll select the mirror plane, and here you can see it is getting mirrored on the other side as well. So we needed that particular feature on both the sides, that's why I had just mirrored it on the other side. And now I will just turn off all the construction planes. So here you can see this is the result we got. So now we'll move on to getting our next feature. Now we'll activate the create a sketch tool. We'll select this plane, and here you can see we are going to create a clip over here on this face. So I will select these two features and will click on the I will activate the project tool, and then we'll connect these 2 points by a line. Here you can see. Now I'm going to offset this line by just minus 0.3 millimeters. So here you can see I just offsetted this line by 0.3 millimeters, and then we'll go on to the create panel and we'll activate this 3-point arc tool, and I'm going to create an arc on this particular line. So before that I will just change this to shaded with visible edges. So here you can see, so this is the view I am getting. So I am going to create an arc. So before that, what I will do, I will just activate the 3-point arc tool. We'll select one point over here and then one point over somewhere over here like this, and I'm just creating a kind of clip over here that will help me to rotate the top cover by using my fingers, because these parts are all smooth. So just to hold and rotate the top cover, we are getting a piece like this. So we had created some kind of thing like this using the arc tool. Then what I will do, I will just I'm going to dimension this arc. So this one I just want to keep radius 4.5. Then we'll go on the finish sketch and we'll activate the extrude tool. We'll select these two profiles. Here you can see, and I'm going to extrude this in symmetric direction, and we'll make sure that the operation is joined. And now if I turn on my body, so here you can see it is getting joined and is getting created. So this is what we had created on just on the top of the mountings that we had created on the other side. So before moving forward, I will change the visual style back to the shaded with only visible edges. Now we'll delete this mirror that we had created earlier, and we'll just edit this sketch to make sure that the errors are gone. So we have to redefine the sketch plane. So I just redefine the sketch plane and will press OK. Here you can see now the errors are gone. Now I will select these three features, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and we'll go on to the gate panel over here. We'll activate the mirror tool and we'll select the mirror plane, and I'm going to use this plane as a mirror plane. Here you can see this plane, and now it's all getting mirrored. Here you can see, so the top was getting mirrored on the other side. Just two clips here to hold this to rotate this top cover piece. And if I show you from the bottom, before that I will just save the file, and if I will show you from the bottom, so that knob that we had created on the bottom has also got mirrored on the other side. So this is the piece we had created so far using all the tools that we get inside Fusion 360. So we move on to creating our next feature now. I will activate the create sketch tool. We'll select this top of this feature as a sketch plane. Here you can see my tools are active now. My sketch planes are also active now. So now I'm going to create a circle over here like this. So I will make sure that these 2 points are on same horizontal position. So I had applied the constraint between these two origins, and here you can see this is the circle that we had created. Now I will define this circle diameter by 8 millimeters, and I will create one more circle that will connect to the origin of this circle, and will make sure that is a construction line. And I will also define the diameter of this circle as 80 millimeters for now. Now I will go on to create panel over here again, and we'll go on to the center rectangle. Here you can see I will activate the tool and we'll create a rectangle like this, and I'm going to define the diameter of the sides of this rectangle. So this side I want to keep 2 millimeter, and the other side I just want to keep, I think 3.5 will not going to work, so I have to change this one. So I will just change that to 5 millimeter for this rectangle. So here you can see this is the result we had created, and we'll change this one as 10 as well. And I had to reduce it a little bit, maybe 75 will work. So here you can see now it's looking good. Now we'll click on the finish sketch from here. Here you can see, so this is the profile that we had created. So if I will go back to our editor sketch, so we're going to activate the fillet tool. We'll select all the corners over here. Here you can see I just want to fillet all the corners of this rectangle. So I had activated the tool, we'll selected all the corners, and we'll specify the fillet. Here you can see 0.8 fillet, and we'll click on the finish sketch. So this is the final profile we got. We'll activate the extrude tool. We'll select this profile, and I'm going to extrude this towards bottom direction. So before that I just want to make offset it little bit of amount, because we don't want this much of height. So I had offsetted it by -4 millimeter. Then I want to extrude it by 4 millimeter towards bottom. So here you can see this is the results we are getting. So I think I had to increase this offset by little more. So I will just increase that to maybe -5 millimeter, and then I had to increase this by 10 millimeters. So here you can see this is the result we are getting. So if I will change that to -10, so that is working. So I had to adjust these dimensions to get the right distance or the right measurements. So here you can see this is what we are getting, and if I change that to join operation or new body, so it is going to look like this. So I think this is pretty much the result we wanted. So we'll just press we before that I have to make sure that the distance is exactly -19 and this one is just -3, and we'll press OK. So you can see this piece has been created as a new body, but I had just changed back to as a joint body. So now I don't want this profile, so I had just selected the faces and will press delete on my keyboard, and that is gone. So this is what we created on the bottom side, only that particular piece. And now what I'm going to do is I will activate the sketch again, and we'll create a center or a circle over here on the center that must be covering the complete rectangle. So here you can see this is how I had created. Now I will define the diameter of this circle, maybe 6 millimeter, and we're going to finish sketch. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the sketch again, and we'll select this particular profile and this complete profile, and I'm going to offset it again by maybe -5 millimeter that we had did earlier, and then we'll make a cut like this. Here you can see we are making a through cut like this. So this is kind of shape we are getting. So instead of -5, we can just increase that to -6, and then we'll press OK to set the results. So here you can see the shape we got like this. So this is especially for the wires. So wires are going to enter from this particular hole, and I had created something like this. So this bias will be for the heater that we are going to attach inside the vaporizer. Now I will click on the save, and here you can see this is the results we had created so far. So I think we are pretty happy with the results. So this is the part 2 of our vapor steam inhaler vaporizer 3D modeling series inside Autodesk Fusion 360. So I had already uploaded the part 1 of this particular tutorial playlist. So if you have not watched the part 1 of this particular playlist, I will strongly recommend you to go and check it out. And guys, just comment below in the video if you have any questions or doubt about this top cover modeling process, because there are lots of things that maybe I had missed out to cover, but still you can comment below in the video and ask me your questions. I will happy to answer them. And if you had watched this video till up to this point, then I will strongly recommend you to subscribe my channel, because I will keep creating contents like this. There are lots of informative and good exercise tutorials on my YouTube channel that you will find very helpful, especially for beginners and for advanced users as well. So if you want to develop your skills inside Fusion 360, you want to master this tool, then subscribe to my channel. Keep watching. Thank you so much.